ended up trading the Tahoe for a Dodge Charger. Turned around, sold it for 14K, and that's when we knew, this was a business to be in. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dream It, Drive It, Profit, the ultimate guide to buying, driving, and flipping your dream cars for profit. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to turn 5K into 10K and on. First steps, so I noticed that a lot of people, they're like, you know what if we just want to flip cars and we don't have money to buy our dream cars? So I'm just gonna go through the different stages that you'll go through when you start the Dream It, Drive It, Profit course, and when you start applying everything that you've learned. So in this video, I'll pretty much go through step by step and just listen, take down notes, and yeah, let's get started. So how to turn 5K into 10K. So the average person probably has about 5K sitting around, right? Maybe in the bank account, under the couch, somewhere. So your first flip, like one of my students, Jesus, he bought I think it was a 2015 Ford Mustang EcoBoost. Car did have a rebuilt title, had a little bit of damages on it. He was able to pretty much fix the car. He paid $4,500 for the car at the time, put about $500 into it, got a $5,000 car, and turned around and sold it for 10K within a week. So that's one way you can turn 5 into 10 and then onward. So the average person will probably make about 2K on their first flip, maybe even 700. So the goal when you're starting low is to stack, to learn how to save, because that's gonna be the most critical point. Just learning how to save, looking for deals that are obviously cheaper but don't have any mechanic issues or anything like that. Just deals, even if the car is like dirty or something, you can clean it up, make it look better than the last person who sold it to you, and turn around and get a quick flip out of it. Cars like cars for that entry level are cars like Honda Accords, like 2002, 2003 to like 05, 06 Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, Nissan Altimas, Nissan Versas, what else? Maximas, cars like that. So those are the kind of deals you're looking for, and those are the kind of deals that'll make you an extra 700 to about 5K, depending on where you're buying the deals, how much you're buying the deals for, and what they're worth. So right now I'm going to let one of my students explain his first deal and how he ended up finding the deal and how he ended up making $5,000 on it.
Hey, what up, guys? My name is Jesus Beltran. I took the Dream It, Drive It, Profit course around back in June. This is my new current BMW. It's a 428 M package that I just picked up. This one I bought for $18,000 and I'm hoping to sell for 21. My first flip car in the Dream It, Drive It, Profit course was a 2016 Ford Mustang that I bought, which was actually a salvage. That car, after a week after buying it and enjoying it, I was able to sell for 5K profit. Thanks to the Dream It, Drive It, Profit course, I've been able to enjoy cars that I love, and at the end of the day, I'm still profiting and I'm always winning. Thank you guys for watching.
So on deals that you're coming in with about 5,000 or even 2,000, 2,500, you're not really worried about the little details. You want to pay the most attention to whether the car runs really good or not, like the maintenance, a good engine, whether it's good on gas or not, because that's a big thing. Somebody looking for a car that's like $2,500 or $5,000 is probably looking for the car for their student or to save gas, low maintenance. Make sure the car is like clean, but if it's not clean in the inside, that's not a really big issue. That's all something you can take care of. You can get it shampooed, etc., etc. Cosmetically, always make sure those cars are good looking cosmetically. Make sure that the tires are in really good condition. And what else? That the AC works, especially if you live in Arizona, because that's like a big one. Make sure the AC works. Drive the car around. Make sure the car has good tires on there. Little things like that. So as you saw in the previous video, he turned a $5,000 car into 10,000. And then the biggest thing about when you start flipping is learning how to save your money, because that's how you're gonna get to the more expensive cars and the better cars. Don't blow your cash when you make that first $700. Don't blow your cash when you make that when you turn 5 into 10 or 2 into 3. So if you make $700 on a $2,500 car, that's 100% okay. you made money, just keep stacking it and just keep growing. Some people are gonna come in and make about, on their first flip, like Jesus, an extra 5K, turn 5 into 10. For some people it's like that, for some people it's not. Just keep going, come in where you fit in, and then just grow that money, and look for deals that fit you and don't try to buy out of your league. Pretty much when I started, my first car was, I think it was like a 98 Toyota Corolla. Bought the car for about $2,500 or $2,800. Sold the car, made about $700 on it, and went back in. My brother and I did another deal that was for like a Maxima, or actually a Honda Accord. That one was like a little bit more, it was around like 3K. Sold that, made about $1,000. And then we got into, we did a few deals in between that made us anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000, and just kept stacking from there. The most important thing is learning how to save your money and growing that money. And then once we got into the Dodge Chargers, so for instance, we bought this one Dodge Charger. I think it was maybe like a 2010 or 11, I believe, Dodge Charger. We threw some wheels on it, bought the car. We actually did a trade. We bought a Chevy Tahoe from our older brother for about $5,000. And then we did a trade. I was hitting up a bunch of people on Craigslist, and ended up trading the Dodge Charger for, ended up trading the Tahoe for a Dodge Charger. And those were like the newest things at the time. And up traded, threw about $2,000 on the trade. So we bought the car for about $5,000, threw about $2,000 on there, and pretty much had the new Dodge Charger for $7,000. Turned around, sold it for $14K, and that's when we knew, this was a business to be in. So we just kept stacking from there. We did a few Hummers, anything from Corvettes to any car you could possibly think of. And what we learned in that entire process was start low and then get bigger. But in order to get bigger, the most important thing is to save. Save your money, keep stacking. How were we able to find these deals is a question most people ask. I would say look on Craigslist, look in your area, know what you're looking for and stick to it. So if you know you only have $2,500, stick to cars that learn that market. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Learn that market of those $2,500 cars, whether they're Honda Accords, Toyota Corollas. Know what people are looking for. Know how to, pretty much when people are buying those cars, they're looking for cars with good AC, a good engine, good gas savers. So those are the three things you want to look for. Make sure the car looks good cosmetically, and also that the car runs good. Do the maintenance that it needs. Always make sure the car has at least half tank or more when you're showing the car, because it shows that you've taken care of the car. Make sure that the car has good tires on there. Those are the things that people look for when you're selling those type of cars. Have the title ready, and the reason why you want to have the title ready is so that you don't give the buyer a chance to walk away from the deal. So if you have everything ready, they know you're prepared. Get emissions, because cars like that, they always need emissions. I think it's like maybe like 4 or 5 years down. So for instance, if we're in 2020, every car that's like 2015 up to 2015 and down needs emissions pretty much, or it might be 2016, but look into it. Always have your emissions ready. Always have the title ready, whether it's signed to the back, notarized, ready to go, where you don't even have to go with the buyer to even put the car in their name. So you just hand everything over and that's it. So ways to find those cars, you can either look on Craigslist, OfferUp, look for the deals that, obviously when you go looking for those cars, compare it to what everything else is selling for, and also make sure you're comparing the specs and you're comparing mileage, right? So a car that has about 150,000 miles won't sell as well as a car that has 60,000 miles, right? So also put up signs in neighborhoods that you know older people live in, because older people get to the point where they can't drive anymore and they have an assistance. And if you put signs up in those neighborhoods, they might call you and sell you their old Corolla with 60,000 miles on it or 80,000 miles on it, because they don't really drive their cars, and those are always good deals to get because they also rarely know what the car's worth. So you can throw out a crazy number and get that car for super cheap and then end up making $3,000 instead of $1,000. So those are the things we look for when we're trying to turn $2,000-3,000 into 10K. If you do it enough times, you'll eventually get there. And then once you get to that 10K, you can decide whether you're going to keep doing the same thing or try to grow that money into higher end cars. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.